Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of Payment Crunch, your go-to channel for everything technology and finance. And I'm still your favorite host, Noah Oyene. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who watched the last episode, who liked it, who shared with friends and family, and those who subscribed to the channel. And most importantly, for everyone who provided a feedback. I want to tell you that it really means a lot to me. And here I am saying thank you. Today we'll be kickstarting a new series on payments. So this series is all about breaking down the complex world of payments and making it easy for us to understand how money moves from one point to another. We'll be starting from the basics. What is payment? What is a payment system? How does it work? How does money move from one end to other? And why it is so important in today's economies to understand payment. By the end of this episode, we'll have a clear view of what payment is and what goes behind the scene anytime you click that pay button or swipe that your card at that your favorite spot. So let's dive straight into it. At some point in our lives, we've all had to make payment for something or the other, or send money from one account to the other. Whether you are tapping your phone or swiping your card, or you're inserting your card details into an e-commerce website, or you're sending money from your mobile wallet or digital wallet to someone. These are all different forms of payments that goes through a system, with the goal of moving money from one point to other. So what is a payment system? At the simplest definition of it, a payment system is the network of processes, rules, and technology that allow money to move from one end to another. Say it from one person to another, from person to person, from person to business, even from business to person. So look at it as a system that allows your transaction to go so smooth, so fast, and very secure. Today we enjoy swift, uninterrupted payments, or some people could say nearly uninterrupted payments. But it hasn't always been that seamless. There were times when workers would line up to receive their salaries in an envelope as cash, and then they take this cash around to different places to transact. That was a form of payment. Then came check system, whereby you don't need to carry your cash everywhere you go. You just need to issue a check for someone, and then the person had to cash it out at the other end. It's also a form of payment. And at some point, modernization came, and there comes the introduction of credit cards, debit cards, instant payment through mobile banking, internet banking, mobile wallets. And all of these are various forms of payment which serves a purpose. And what is that purpose? Moving money from one place to another. Let's briefly break down the main type of payments that we have. So as I said earlier, we have the cash payment, which is simple and direct, but it's less common in digital age as people don't really carry cash about. We have the card payments, which is more prevalent, which is the credit cards, the debit cards, and they are widely acceptable and secure. Talk about mobile payments. Mobile payments is becoming prevalent on using smartphones like mobile banking, digital wallets to make payments. And we've seen various providers in this place like PayPal, Apple Pay, Google Pay, which ensure quick payments, and also have cross-border payments. Cross-border payments involve sending money across different jurisdictions internationally, sending money in different currencies. And a recent form of payments that we've seen is the cryptocurrency, which is the newest form of digital money and is a decentralized transaction. But the challenge is volatility. So all of this could happen because there are individuals and organizations who ensure that payments happens. Payment does not just happen. There are several players in the ecosystem that makes payment happen. And we'll be looking at everyone that ensures that money moves from one end to another. Let's start with the payer. A payer is someone who initiates a payment. This is the person who owns the fund and is sending the funds across from one point to the other, initiating payments from either through an in-store point of sales using a card or a bank transfer. And then these are payment initiators. And on the other end of the payment cycle is the merchant or the receiver. So it could be someone who is selling something in the store, or someone who is selling online, or someone who owns a business for goods and services. It might not even be for businesses. It could be a family member, a friend who is receiving money from the other end. That is the receiver of funds. Another party to this is the issuing bank or payers bank. Issuer, as we generally call them, are financial institutions who help initiate the payment transaction from the payer. This is the bank of the person who is sending the money across. So it could be a traditional financial institutions, a microfinance bank, licensed to hold deposits for an individual or for a business enterprise. And on the other hand, from the receiver is also a receiving bank, which most of the time is referred to in the card system as the merchant bank or the receiving bank. And the receiving bank could be a financial institution who is also licensed to hold deposits. In addition to this ecosystem are either the card or the switch system. Card networks like Visa and MasterCard, American Express provide routing infrastructure that directs payments to the appropriate banks. They also ensure that standards, protocols that governs the card system are maintained. We also have another party who are the payment processor or the payment gateways. So these are like intermediaries between party A and party B. And what they do is to, one, they ensure verification of the person making the payment. They ensure the authentication of the payment. And they ensure that data moves from a point to another point, ensuring the safety and the security of the money move. Also, we have the payment scheme or the switch that sets protocols for various bank transfer, such as fast payment service in the UK and UPI in India and other jurisdictions. So to this ecosystem, we also have regulators who are there to ensure compliance, foster consumer protections, ensure that everything are done adequately and in order. Third-party payment providers are also part of the ecosystem, and additionally, settlement initiation like central banks and clearing houses are there to ensure that each transaction is completed accurately and securely. Together, these entities form a complex yet efficient ecosystem that powers the global payments. How does any of this matters? Understanding how payment work can help us make better decisions, whether as a business owner or just a consumer. Everybody makes payments, and it is good to understand how this payment works. For business, you need to understand payment process to ensure that payments are received on time, adequately, and are safe. For consumer, you need to understand that the money you are sending are going to the right place at the right time. For the economy, payments are the backbone of commerce, facilitate trade, allow investment, and connect buyer and seller globally. We've only scratched the surface of the payment ecosystem. As payment evolves, technology and system will continue to change the way money moves from one point to the other. In the next episode, we'll delve deeper into one of the most important parts of payments, and that is the payment rails. They are the hidden highways that make transaction possible, whether it is card swipe or a bank transfer, or it's just a wallet or digital payment, or even cryptocurrency. So if you find today's episode valuable, please hit the like button as usual, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss what is coming next. It's been a pleasure having you on today's channel. Thank you for joining Payment Crunch, where we simplify payments so you can understand how money moves around. Till I see you next time, please stay curious. Thank you.